Hello, this is Yo-Yo. Today we recommend a show called Undercover Billionaire.
There is a billionaire named Glenn Stearns, and he said he's going to take $100 and make a company worth $1 million by the end of 90 days. He doesn't know what city he's going to. He told the producers, send me to a city that has the potential to start a new business that's an up-and-coming city. So they dropped him off in Erie, Pennsylvania. All he had was his truck, cell phone, and $100. At the beginning, he tried to do some different manual labor. He tried to sell some dog toys. He didn't do it successfully. He went and cleaned the guy's house. He did whatever he could to make some money.
He worked really hard to clean the house, wash the toilet for $80.
Some of the big things he talks about is to find your buyer. For the dog toys, he said he failed at that because he didn't have a buyer. He was just trying to go sell something randomly, so that didn't work for him. But he knew that there were people who would pay good money for used industrial tires.
He saw an ad the buyer posted on Craigslist.
And so he found like 3 or 4 tires and sold them to this guy for like $1,500. That was his first big win. His second story is get out of survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you can't put your mind and your resources to making a business. So he took that money from the tires. He found a car dealership, a small business, that was going out of business. It seemed like the dad who owned the business was not well, and the son just wanted to get rid of everything and just get out of the business, right? So he bought like a Honda Civic for $700, and then he flipped it for $3,000? $3,900. It was a Civic hybrid. After he did that, he went back and he picked up a Cadillac Escalade from the guy, and then he was able to flip that Escalade. He bought the Escalade for $1,500, sold it for $7,600. That's him getting out of survival mode. Then he had the money he needed to get himself a place to stay to focus on the big picture. Glenn, he used the resources of the area. So he went to the Small Business Development Center and he found that they had free resources. They had office space, meeting rooms, and they did work for him. They found opportunities for money. He actually asked them, I want to do this kind of business, that kind of business. The people there actually did research to give him an idea on which business would be more or less profitable. He went and talked to a lot of local business people and then settled on craft brewery, but then he couldn't get the license fast enough, so he decided to do a barbecue restaurant that would sell local beers, which I think was actually a really good idea.
Now he needs startup funds, so he decided to flip an old house while preparing the restaurant. To build a successful business, Glenn needed a team. So he chose 6 people through interviews that had the most enthusiasm among all the candidates. He told them that they won't get paid now, but they would build something big in the future. After that, he met his team members to establish a clear vision and goals of the business. His team successfully did a marketing event before opening the restaurant. Finally, Glenn managed to put $40,000 he earned from flipping the house and the marketing event into his new barbecue and beer business. Although there's no revenue data to support, the local evaluator put $500,000 to $1 million at the end. Anyway, this show is the best lesson I've ever learned for entrepreneurship.
Talking, thinking doesn't work. You need to plan, yes, but you also need to push. And in that show, 90 days, and he pushed every single time. And I think that's to the credit of him being the boss, is he kept that overall, we got to push. And your average person who doesn't run these successful businesses says, oh, we got to slow down, we can't do it that fast. Actually, you can do it that fast, and you have to push.
Is the story real? First, is Glenn really a billionaire? We found a report on Forbes said Glenn's business only worth $500 million. But it's still allowed, isn't it? Look the picture when he was 50 and 55 when he did the show. You see how different his face looked like. It's because he had cancer in 2014.
The real story is he recovered from cancer. So, you look at death and you say, what am I doing with my life? Well, they want to make TV. You got a producer, you got Glenn, he's got some money. He says, even if it fails, it's just money out of my pocket. Let's have this great show. So that's I think, the real story. From cancer to stagnant business to needing revenue streams, he wants to do this. And he's going to become a celebrity overnight too. What do you think, Yo-Yo?
So I think most of the part should be real. Because imagine if we have $1 billion, you think you want to go wash the toilet?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a celebrity.
You want to be celebrity if you have 1 billion?
Maybe he does. Why do you want to make YouTube videos? He doesn't have $1 billion. Remember, he has millions. He's a millionaire. He's not a billionaire. The big boat he showed off on the show, he's selling that boat. He doesn't even want it. Can he afford it, or was he bored of it because cancer changed his life, right? What is he trying to do? What's the ultimate goal? For me, the real story is he wants to make another business, and the show is just a fun way to make it happen. He's trying to make more money. What do you think is the real thing?
For him, this is important. Probably he thinks it's to prove that society still have a chance for entrepreneur. For him, it's important. It's like when Jobs know he has cancer, he started the iPhone, right?
I don't know. Okay, so you think that the real story is after cancer, he wants to show people that there's hope to be businessmen and women entrepreneurs to make a success in America. That's what you think.
Yes. What does it mean if you turn 100 to 1 million? We've heard so many theories about social stratification describe our society in a negative way. From this graph, we will see whoever owns more than 1 million will be the top 1% richest in the population. That's why this story made me so excited from the beginning, since it showed me how a smart, hardworking entrepreneur possibly break the hierarchy and rise to the top of the pyramid from the very bottom.